All right, are you ready?
Sure.
All right,
We going?
yeah, this is our
Here,
intro.
okay, let's get
Let's
started.
get started. Welcome to Perfected Time
D
Ruler.
no, Ryan, we already did the intro. We're on cards now.
Okay, fine.
Deity of Time, Time Ruler Dragon.
Dragon.
Um, this is basically
Dragon.
no, it's Dragon.
It's Dragon.
The name?
Dragon.
It's Dragon.
It's Dragon.
Deity of Time, Time Ruler Dragon.
Dragon.
What are you doing?
Use this card with all flags.
I hate you. So this is the same as the trial deck, but instead of on attack doing the ability to put up to nullify abilities up to one card and put it on the bottom of the deck, it does it at the beginning of your opponent's turn. So you like I don't want to say it's more defensive now, so you can stop one card from attacking you basically,
Yeah, this is a more
versus
defensive
you like
option.
yeah. So nothing really special.
No.
Then then we got our first rebirth card.
Yeah, these are fun.
Pretty nice.
These are pretty
So,
fun.
this one
These are
gains a
fun.
soul from the drop zone every turn or every attack phase. Then you drop two hand cards and you rest all cards on your opponent's field.
This really helps Legend World version more than Star Dragon World.
I mean, the thing is though, so for Legend World you gain two life, but Star Dragon World you gain two gauge, which I feel like gauge is more important than life. Then it has move, penetrate, double attack,
But
soul
don't
guard.
you? But with the Legend World, you get the
Well,
effects
yeah,
off of dropping, so you're getting
yeah,
more.
yeah. I mean, so you're getting effects off, you're getting more effects off, but then in Star Dragon World you're getting more gauge to kind of do more stuff. Like, I don't know. I
But
feel like
hey,
it's not like
Zodiac,
too heavily.
it back. That's nice.
Yeah, I feel I like this better than. I mean, obviously I like Zodiac X better, but like from the original like first couple Zodiacs, this is just so much better.
But these re-B ideas are actually really cool. Good job,
Yeah.
Buddy.
So we're gonna look at
Ancient World,
Ancient World.
God of
We're gonna
Passion of and Bonds.
yeah.
Gotta
We're gonna
go.
look at Link Dragon Order first. So Ryan,
Gotta go.
um, I'll help you. God,
Got.
Vegito.
Gotta go.
I hate you. So I've seen like some people like try and run this in other decks. I'm just not really feeling it.
Plus a
So
damage. Drop some and pay
so
for you.
basically, start of your attack phase, you drop the top three cards and you can put any number of them into the soul. So this is you can kind of just use this guy as like a generic like wall monster in any deck. But
That's a dog.
yeah, that's a dog. She just like is dying right now, so
That's a dog.
can't do much. Basically it gets spell D share. I'm gonna cry. But it reduces the left and right sizes by one, so you can call basically more Blink Dragon orders. Then it's Jaw God, so you can use in any deck. So then it has Penetrate, Triple Attack, so got D share.
Uh, is this a typo? Is it supposed to say four monsters, or or is this also could be used for chaos?
It says put up to four monsters from your field and drop zone. That's
Oh, and
right.
drop zone. I didn't read the
That's what
drop
like
zone.
every size three says for Link Dragon Order.
I didn't read the drop zone part.
Okay, so we're gonna skip the next card because that's Time Dragon. We're gonna
Time.
go to the Triceratops.
Triceria.
So its D share ability is 2,000 power for each soul, and I feel like a lot of decks are like getting this generic, just like gain
Buff.
2,000 power per soul.
Makes a
Like
big buff.
Satsuki got that, but then when it enters the field, you can choose a D share in your drop zone and put it into the soul of a card and gain two life and draw a card. So let's say you lost a really important soul last turn, like a card you really need. You can just basically bounce it back from drop zone and put it straight to soul, which is pretty snazzy.
Big buff.
Next, we're gonna have
It's
this
a bird.
phoenix looking bird.
This is something from
Um,
Legend of Zelda.
basically, you pay a life and you can stand a card with D share and it's counter. So in case
That's
like
not
your
bad.
big boy gets rested, you can stand him back up. And then if it would be destroyed, you can pay 2 gauge and nullify the destruction. So you, especially when that's in soul, you can kind of just have
Your big boy.
uh, yeah, big boy coming back.
What is
So
this? A spell?
we'll go to the shield. I believe I might be wrong, but I think Astro Dragons have the exact same spell. It's a nullified attack, 2 or more Link Dragon Order, gain 2 gauge, gain 2 life, and then if you have basically God Agito, draw a card and it can't be nullified.
That's nice.
So it's pretty snazzy.
That's pretty nice.
Then we got this boy sword looking dude.
Why is
I
it
really
still
like it.
untranslated?
They probably just forgot to put it in. I'm pretty sure we have the name.
Hmm.
Basically, it becomes 4 crit when you have Gaudagito, and it protects souls from being dropped. So it's pretty nice when you have that wall, so your souls just don't get removed by effects.
I like the look of this item. It's nice
So
looking.
the last one is
What?
this like green looking dude.
Oh, is that? No, there's not. That's not the last one.
Yeah, it is.
Look at the one directly next to it.
Oh yeah, sorry, I meant the last monster. My bad. My bad.
His name is Awkward.
Me. Um, so when he hits field, check the top 7, and you can put
Oh,
a
whoa.
Jito or a Link
That's
Dragon Order item. So that's really
7?
nice because
Whoa.
it's digging, and then they just go to the bottom of the deck, and then it just protects your abilities from being nullified, which is always a good thing because nullifying Soul Guard would suck.
Check 7. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's the most.
and then I'm pretty sure Astro Dragon's got a spell like this too.
Can you
Job of
read the name
Soul,
for me?
King Spiral, Volky, Bond Power, Full Throttle.
Thank you. It's a very
Um,
long name.
you drop a soul from a monster with a Jito and drop a hand. For this turn, all Agito can't be destroyed and you can't take damage. Then you basically return your drop zone. You can cast it once per fight. This is another like similar spell to where a lot of decks are getting, where it's kind of like
There's
I don't
nothing
want to say
wrong.
restarting the game, but it's kind of like, hey, I'm about to mill out. I'm gonna return my drop zone and then like return my hand or like kind
That's
of do that
alright.
stuff. Yeah, I'm just saying a lot of decks getting it.
Yeah,
So
I like the one per fight stuff. Are we
we'll
gonna
go
do
to
Time
Time
Dragons or are we gonna
Dragons.
do the
Yeah,
Weebies?
we'll do Weeby last. We'll go to
Weeby
Time
last.
Dragons.
Alright.
So we'll go to the top one that we skipped over, the Chronos
Chronos.
Phalanx.
What the hell was that art?
Um, basically, 4,000 power and defense to all Time Dragon, but I feel like that's not the use of it that much. It's more of a you can choose a size 3 or greater monster on your field and pay a life. If you do, the next time it'd be destroyed, nullify its destruction. So you're nullifying the
Yeah.
destruction, which is pretty nice. And it's not like you put the spell in the drop zone, it stays on the field, so you can use it every turn. What's also nice is you can set more than one.
Oh.
So you can just have 4 of them, and then you basically have 4 nullified.
That's nice.
So we'll go to the one all the way on the right next to Nova.
Time Scout Rangoon.
Basically reduces the call cost of Time Dragon, or the call cost, the gauge of Time Dragons equals
So
the number of flags reversed.
-4 gauge max.
Yeah, and then when the soul is put into original size 3 Time Dragon, draw 2 cards,
That's really
which
nice.
happens every
That's
turn.
really nice.
Yeah. So basically, it's a draw 2.
Draw 2 every turn.
Yep. So
That's wow.
we'll go next to Seeger now, and
Time
you
General
put
Taylor Luna.
you put 2 Time Dragons from your drop zone soul, and then it a lot of the Time Dragons Time Generals, they get reduced by size for some, like some have it if you have Draw God on the field. This one is if your flags have been reversal. So he becomes a size 0. Then when it's attacked or is destroyed, if your flag's been reversal during the fight, destroy up to 1 card in the field. Then if your flag is like
Big
the
boy.
Emerald Dragon, you put up to 1 card on the bottom of your opponent's deck instead. Then penetrate, triple attack, soul guard, counterattack. So not only does that triple attack, so you can do this ability 3 times, but it also has counterattack. So while you're being destroyed, you can return stuff while also counterattacking. So it's pretty snazzy.
That's a Time General.
Yeah. So we'll go over to the spell.
Chronos
Chronos.
Quartz Mint.
Yep. You can put up to one time dragon monster from your drop zone into your hand. Then your flags in reversal 2 or more times. Gain 2 gauge and 3 life. So that's kind of snazzy. It's nothing too special.
No, it's just generic
Yeah,
gauge
like
and gain.
the like the child deck had one that I really like. It's like pay a gauge and discard a card. You add time dragons equal to the times your flags have been reversed.
Yeah, no, that one's
So you
really
just like
good.
add 4 time dragons to your hand, which
That's
is nice. So here's another time general. He gets reduced by a Dry God on the field. When he attacks, if you flag 2 flags reversed or more, you can put a spell or item on the bottom of the opponent's deck from field. So that's kind of just like a basic one,
This is
really.
what I would expect from a rare.
Yeah, that's like what I expect from a trial deck, and it's not. So the next is the Time Scout. When it enters the field, it's destroyed. You destroy monsters on your field, and if your flags have been reversed, you destroy a card instead. Another just basic one, kind of
Yeah, that's basic.
destroy a card.
And another time general.
Another time general. This one doesn't get reversed. When this card enters the field or destroyed, if you reverse 2 flags or more, you gain 2 gauge or gain 3 life. I really
No
only see
call
this
cost.
being used for the gauge.
That's nice.
So we'll do Chronos Vant next. So you can choose up to one card in your opponent's field. For each flag you reverse, you can choose up to 4 cards. And then the power, defense, and critical of the chosen cards cannot be reduced by your opponent's card effects. So this kind of helps with when we were talking about in the Phantom Thief video. They literally have someone that can make End Ruler a 0/0/0. So this is one way to protect End Ruler so their stats can't be reduced.
Thanks,
Because that's
Bushy.
yeah, that was one way that you could deal with End Ruler was reducing stats before they attacked. So now you can't.
Thanks, Bushy.
But then it has an opposite effect that
Whoops.
you can choose cards in your opponent's field, and their power, defense, and critical can't be increased by card effects. So like whip my wider deck because then they're all gonna be like 2001 crit monsters that can't get power crit.
Accord, why is the first thing that goes to your head Widar?
Because that's like my first deck that I think about when I'm like, oh, stat
I
changes,
think
and
of
I'm like,
Mystic Knights.
well, I don't have Mystic Knights, so it doesn't pop
I
in my
don't
head. Why
either,
did I? You did though.
but
It's your
I
Game
don't.
Boy.
Is I'm like
Okay, Burnova.
Burnova, he's
This
back.
boy, a spicy boy. Like,
Burnova's.
ooh.
I wish they went with the SP art, but I'm okay with this.
But basically, counter call it from hand. You don't need to be dead to call this from hand, and it doesn't need to be your opponent's turn either to call this from hand. You can just call it.
You just call
Um, and you drop all hand cards, and all monsters in the field can't be destroyed by attacks, and you can't be dealt damage. Then for this turn and next turn, all cards in the field cannot be destroyed, leave the field, or rested by opponent's card's effects.
it. You
That has
calling this
penetration.
on your turn? You just have a field that you can't be destroyed.
Yeah, or even if you do call it on your opponent's turn, you basically end their turn, and then you still get the turn of all the buffs because it says for this turn and the next turn.
Yeah.
So like I can call it on my opponent's turn, stop their attacks, and I could let's say I have Cosmo Man. Now I have a quadruple attacker with 3 crit and a triple attacker with 4 crit that can't leave the field and can't be rested. It's pretty nice.
Welcome back, Burnova.
My favorite thing, here's like a little hero tech for you guys. Ryan's probably gonna speed it up. Who knows? Maybe he'll leave it in.
Or we can just stop and go to Dual Seeker.
No, this is good.
Dill, I don't
You
want extra editing.
no, leave it in then. Basically,
Ugh.
you do this with Satsuki's overturn. You call him, right? And let's say you have no gauge, you drop all your hand cards, you draw, charge, and draw. You have 1 card in your hand. Satsuki's overturn. It's discarding a card. So then now you have all these monsters you call for free, and even if Bernova leaves the field, like Size Wool, you call over him, all those cards can't be destroyed, leave the field, or rested by card effects. So now you have all these monsters that you keep on calling for free that your opponent can't use card effects to get rid of.
All right,
Big brain.
Dual Seeker.
Dual Seeger,
I'm just
big
gonna
boy,
I'm just gonna
better
cut
boy.
that entire part out.
I hate you.
That's what happens when you make me editor.
You can just leave it in. You don't have to edit. Leave it untouched.
But it makes it faster if I cut it, so less runtime for the video.
But that's more editing for you to do, what you're trying to avoid.
That takes me 3 seconds.
I hate you. Anyways, Tempest and Worcester, pretty spicy. One Lattice the Chaos, stop those spell nullifiers. I've seen some people on Raging Spirits. Pretty nice. You can one Rebirth Bernova. You can one the Draw God, like, you can one Time Ruler Dragon. Pretty nice. Let's go to Continental.
Well, that's it. You're not gonna talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, because you're telling me to cut time and stuff. So if you
No, it
can't
was
let me
just for
talk,
stupid Hero World.
if you can't let me talk about Bernova, I'm not talking about Dual Seeker.
But Dual Seeker's your child.
So let's go. Let's go to
Katna.
Electro Deities.
Electro Beast Messenger Shino.
So this basically becomes a size 0, so you can call another size 3. When it enters the field, check the top 7, and
Another
you can
top
add
7. What the hell?
you can add one like Electro Deity size 3 and put them in your hand, and then put the best and bottom in any order, and then you drop a hand card. And I think I like totally missed this. I think yeah, you drop a hand card for the other one for Link Dragon Order. I just didn't read it. So you choose one, then you drop a hand card, and then you can put her in the drop zone to protect an Electro Deity from leaving the field, which is pretty nice.
Pretty snazzy.
Yeah, so let's talk about this size 3. It's pretty nice. So its first ability, you can drop 5 size 3 Electro DDs from your hand and you get another turn. People usually don't use it for that because it's pretty like hard, not necessarily hard, but weird and like challenging to get 5 different size 3 Electro DDs.
But that's fun.
So instead, they use the other ability. One, it has triple attack, but the call is size 3 from your drop zone without paying its call cost, and it becomes the size 0. So that's what people usually use it for.
But
when this first was getting translated, when the first translation I saw of this card was just drop 5 Electro Deities. It wasn't different.
Oh.
It wasn't size 3, so just drop 5 Electro Deities. And people were like, "That's busted."
Yeah, that is.
So next is a Kagura Flower Dancer.
Kagura.
You can equip up to 1 Electro DD item from your deck or drop zone. If you switch it to your deck, shuffle it. So if by any chance your opponent gets rid of the bell, you can be able to get it back. And then let's say you have the bell, but you still won this in case, you can still use it for a reducer, so it's not like dead weight.
Has Electro Deity gotten any new items, or they still have?
No, just the bell.
Oh, okay.
Same with Folktale, they just have the book.
Oh. I wonder why.
Then this is a phase ender for Electro Deities, which is pretty nice. The free Hades Flower Harbor. It's nullify an attack. Then if your opponent's cards have attacked 3 or more times during this turn, you're equipped with an Electro Deity item with Soul in the phase.
It's a harder phase seal chain.
So I wonder if it says end the attack phase or just end the phase. Because if it says end the phase, that means it works against Zeta. And most of them end the attack phase.
Damn.
So this actually deals with Zeta, so oof. So
and,
we have the size 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have the size 0.
Yuki.
Basically,
that's a cute
your Electro Deities can't be rested or returned to the hand by card effects. Then when it enters the field, you put up to 1 size 3 from your drop zone to your hand, which is pretty snazzy. Nothing too special in my opinion.
Is that it?
But Electro Deities, yes.
Oh.
So next we'll go to yeah. So basically, this is a superhero time clone, but you add 2 to hand and 1 to gauge instead.
That's better.
Yeah, so you get 1 gauge and 2 hand, which is kind of nice.
Aiden's got a better one than you, and it's a lower rarity, I bet.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's dumb. I mean, to be honest,
it's only during the attack phase, though.
Yeah, to be honest though, I would rather have one to hand, two to gauge than two to hand to one to gauge.
Hey,
This
but
gauge is nice.
when Aiden gets this, he's gonna be excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him how to use it.
All right, then
The impact. The
impact.
impact's pretty nice. It's a pay to gauge instead of pay gauge in life. You nullify attack, nullify all abilities of attacking cards, destroy them, draw two cards, and deal three damage. What's really nice is
Wow, this draw
originally,
two.
well, yeah, the draw two is nice, but originally they say if you destroyed them, deal three damage. So now you
Oh,
just deal three
you just
damage,
deal
even.
three.
Yeah,
So
instead. So
do you
if they
think the
have protection,
original one's getting replaced or just getting added on?
yes, replace.
Replaced. Okay.
Yeah, replace. And then the final one is the size one.
Win.
Uh, yeah, I don't like this one that much because the set spell that they got that's if your left or right is destroyed, deal two damage, gain two life. I really like that one, and this one is kind of counterintuitive to it. This one protects your left and right, and it has triple attack, and you can pay a gauge and you stand a card on your field. Well, you stand a Blade Dancer, but
Oh.
so I don't like this card that much. But I mean, that's just me though. So who knows?
What is that's the
So,
dragon tribe.
so we're gonna talk about size one ninja.
Size one ninja.
Yeah. So when it enters your left
DD
or right,
dragon tribe.
yeah. You can search your deck for a ninja item, so it works in normal ninjas. And when it's dropped from your hand, all Dragon and ninjas on your field get penetrated. So that's pretty snazzy.
This is for Katna Garga.
Yeah, but I mean, you can use it in normal ninjas.
I forgot Katna Garga exists and they got one support.
Okay, so we'll talk about Tsutsukage, and then we'll go to Time Dragons.
Okay.
So this is another rebirth card that's like pretty nice. I've seen people run this in other decks too because of how vague it is. You put up to two different size one Katna world
Oh wow.
other than this self, and then if you put two, you drop a hand card.
Wow,
So it
that's
works really well for
wow.
ninjas.
Yeah.
But I mean, still adding two size
No,
ones
yeah, you
is
can
fun.
just. That's really
And
good
then
overall. Yeah.
it's choose a card on your field and drop a hand card. If you do, the next time that card will leave the field, it remains on the field. So it doesn't just protect him; it protects your other cards, and it's not dropping just a ninja arts. It's just drop any card. So it's pretty vague.
Bushiroad, make more of these, please.
Yeah, I like rebirth cards.
Rebirth cards are awesome.
Okay, so we'll go to the size zero.
Hey,
The
Dill.
Time Scout Vegas. What?
Cheer up, buddy. Sounds sad.
I am sad you didn't let me talk about my hero cards.
I did.
So
I'm gonna leave it in for you.
okay. I'm in a better mood now. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the size zero Time Scout Vegas. You just
Vegas.
gain a soul, and you can choose three cards in your opponent's drop zone and put them on the bottom of your deck in any order. Then if your flags are reversed two or more times, you draw a card. So I kind of like this because a lot of decks have ways to get cards from drop zone, like you just saw with Tsutsukage, for example, or the Electro Deity where it says add a size 3. So if you're like, this card's a really scary card, I just got rid of it, I don't want my opponent to add it back to hand. So, because like, I know at least for me, well, I mean, I guess not with Time Dragon matchup, never mind. I'm not going to say what I said because that would be dumb.
Okay.
But like, if you see a big scary monster that you don't want to deal with, you can just put it on the bottom of the deck.
Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Am I right? Or am I right? All right, Kronos Roy Russ. Dill, you there?
Yeah, just
Were you waiting on?
disappointed. Just disappointed.
Okay, cast
So,
cost. It's a pay one gauge, pay one life.
you
You
get-
can stand
you
up to one
basically-
card on your field for each time your flag is reversed, and all time dragons can attack during the final phase.
And basically, phase enders. You can use this against phase enders.
Yeah.
Then this is Kronos retrograde. You can counter call a time dragon by paying its hand call cost, or you can return a monster on your opponent's field.
For
Pretty
one
basic.
life.
Pretty basic.
And this
This card, if you have a draw guard on your field, you can counter call him, and when it enters to the field, it reduces the critical of a card on your opponent's field up to -4 crit, depending on the fag. It's
Nice.
pretty snazzy.
Another time
So
general.
here's another time general, and it goes like this is what I'm saying, where like you can use it in Garga and stuff. I think I was saying this in another video. Where it's a draw god that becomes size 0. So you can use this in Continent Garga because choose a monster in your opponent's field, draw up a hand card, and you can return it to hand. So it's like a vague ability to where you can use it.
It's vague.
Yeah,
Time observer.
nautical.
Not.
So when this card attacks, you can choose a monster in your opponent's field and drop a soul from the chosen card. Then if your flags reverse 2 more times, you can drop all souls and destroy it.
Oh.
So that's not hard at all to do.
No, it's not.
So it just like empties the souls.
So that was Continent World.
So we did all of
The Phantom Thief Drakos.
Phantom Thieves.
We're not
So
going to
watch
talk about
that
it
vid.
again. We're just going to go over the stuff that wasn't Phantom Thief Draco.
Yeah. So we'll start with Mystic Knights.
Yeah.
This boy sucks.
But
Time
it's
to
a
the
cool-
what? Time to the cracker.
But
This
it's
boy
cool
sucks.
looking. But he's also cool looking.
Time to the spells.
Oh, wow,
Lunatic
we're just
Circus.
really blowing through it.
Those two suck.
Hey, this card's in English.
So
English name.
Lunatic Circus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. So you can choose up one of the following two, just pay a life. You can choose up 2 Mystic Knight monsters or items from your drop zone item to hand, or you can kind of call 1 Mystic Knight from your hand or drop zone. I really like that, like the counter call. I think that's just really nice. So then we're gonna go to bottom right from that. Transmission gate.
No, Magic Twin Neck Guitar.
Oh yeah, my bad. I totally went. Okay. So this one I really like. This one. So one, it has Soul Guard, which is really nice. So the item just can't be popped.
Mm-hmm.
But it protects the soul from being removed and the cards from being returned for all Mystic Knights. And when you would call a Mystic Knight monster, it reduces the call cost by 1 gauge. So it's just really nice to use. So yeah, its attack can be nullified, but I mean, in the long run, I think this is still a better option.
Its item is just the original item plus 1.
A very intellectual, like,
Thank you.
thought by him. Added a lot.
Transmission gate. Transmigration.
Basically, return 2 cards or rest 2 cards for free.
It's not for free, Dylan.
But
It's
for free.
It's 5 gauge.
But you get it for free because you're not a trash Mystic Knights player. You should be able to get it for free.
Yeah, but hey, it's 5 gauge.
Okay, let's talk about Asmodai.
Asmodai.
Yo. So if you have a set on the field, it becomes size 0. It reduces its size by 1, which is really nice. And then when it enters the field, you can drop a hand card, and you can draw a card, so it pays for itself.
That's nice.
And you destroy or return up to 1 card on your opponent's field, which is just really good in case they can't be destroyed or whatever. Or you can search your deck for a 72 Pillars spell and add it to your hand. So he basically becomes like Mary Sue.
Wow. Mary Sue sucks now.
I mean, Mary Sue is still free, and you don't have to discard a card.
Mary Sue is not free. Mary Sue is 2 gauge.
Oh wait, yeah, no, sorry, my bad. I meant like her ability is free.
It searches for any spell.
Yeah, I meant her ability is free. This one you have to drop a hand card. Mary Sue you don't, and Mary Sue, and like you said, adds any spell. Imagine Mary Sue and Phantom Thief. Oh my god, that would be awful.
Nope, they ain't doing that.
Okay, no, so Shadow Shades.
Where's the first Shadow
They
Shade?
have right next to the guitar. Yeah, they have the first ever searcher. You can search your deck for a Joe and a set spell. So this is just really good for the deck. Because originally you had a spell that you would have to put Joe from the deck to the drop zone and gain a life. And then you had to discard a size 2 to add Joe from drop zone to hand. So it's basically like a 2-card searcher, like a 2-part searcher. And it was awful. And that was just to get like... Yes, and now you can get Joe and the set spell, which is just really good.
And the person with the violin.
Yeah. So we have another guy that he has an ability to be added to soul and has soul effects and stuff, which I really liked the first one, which it gave a 4,000 power penetrate and double attack, I believe. And then when it got removed, it was gauge life draw. So this one, when it's in the soul, um, and it deals damage, um, ugh. When this guy's in the soul of a Shadow Shade and it deals damage by card effects, like Joe does every turn it burns one, your opponent loses a gauge. Then when it's put into the drop zone, you destroy or return a card on your opponent's field, which is just really nice as well. More control.
Shadow Shades. They still exist.
Yeah, so let's go to Time
I'm
Dragons.
gonna be for real. I'm getting real sick and fucking tired to talk about Time Dragons.
While we talking about Time Dragon.
I'm getting sick and
Top
tired of
right.
them. Oh
Chronos
shit.
Chronograph.
Okay.
Um for this turn, the next time the damage will be dealt to you, it's reduced to 0. Then, if time stopped, you can choose a card in your opponent's field and put it on the bottom of the deck.
So
I
you
just
do
like
this
that
when you're
wording.
attacking with your
Um,
big boy?
yeah, I'm assuming so. Or if you go off of the new card that just came out today, where it just stops time for a whole turn,
Yeah.
you can do it whenever. So that's
Fuck, man. These cards are so fucking boring. These Time Dragon cards are so fucking boring.
so. Next is Chronos Shinblocken. Um, it's if your opponent's cards have attacked 3 or more times during this turn, end the phase. So you have to get through at least 3 attacks. But if you have End Ruler, you can just pay your gauge and end the turn.
What the fuck?
So like it doesn't even go to final phase, so they can't do any of that stuff where it's like, oh, my cards can attack during final phase, stand them back up. Like
Well,
it just
hang
ends
on,
the
Daryl.
turn.
You gotta read the disclaimer. The current translation, this card may not be fully accurate due to the blurriness of the current image.
Well, give me one memento, and I will literally pop up this card on a different site. Your flag's reversed. Yeah, no, it's like the same exact phrasing, and like this, the other side has a clear image of it. Like it's not blurry, so I think it's
Okay.
fine. So yeah, it just ends the turn. Snazzy. Um. Okay,
What's
the size 0 under the guitar.
size 0 under the guitar? That's next. Okay.
Yeah. This card, when a card on your
I
opponent's
don't
field
like
is
this dude next.
returned to hand a deck, and your flags have been reversed, your opponent chooses a hand card and puts it on the bottom of their deck. That's awesome.
They
So
you
the
make them
final card
decide.
is a generic Magic World card, and it's right after the impact, Magical Eruption. It just return a monster on the opponent's field to the hand and burn one.
That's not that bad.
I don't know why this became a thing. Like, I don't know. Like,
they just had
no
extra
one like
space.
asked for it.
They
Like,
had
it wasn't
extra
like we need
space.
this, or like it's not like it's for a specific deck. It's just kind of there.
Can I talk now?
It's really yes. You can talk about the Astro cards.
I know Astro. I know the deck.
Do you know?
I do. I have a solid
Okay.
deck.
Okay.
Alright. God of Knowledge. This fucking name. I'm sorry. God of Knowledge and Hope, God Cross Astrology, to Dragon. So that sticks with that theme. 828 to 3 gauge 2 to Soul. It's nice. Yeah, the 3 gauge is a little hefty, but it's not that big of a deal for the ability that you get, which is Galaxy FDC. If it's in your center, it just fuck man. It just gets all of this stuff. Monster on the left, penetrate, and 10,000 power. All cards get all that. Monster on the right, all cards on your field get counterattack and 10,000. And if you're equipped with an item, all all cards cannot be arrested, and they all gain a critical with triple attack. What? This is awesome. This is awesome. Dylan comments. And
This
it
is
has
awesome.
isn't it? Isn't it though? It's like
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's
it's
solid.
it is awesome.
I've seen people like when this try and fit this into other decks too.
This is awesome. Alright, then we got this cute little size 0 with a little hoodie. And it reduces the gauge cost by 2 for an Astro Dragon, so that helps with that 3 gauge.
Do you also realize the redirector, like the size 3 form of it, that's 2 gauge, top 2 cards, and soul? This it just becomes free.
It does become free. Oh my god. So yeah, this dude's good. This little dude is good for that stuff.
It also boomerangs, so if your opponent destroys it, you can just summon it back.
Yeah, exactly. So you can
Faster.
just keep calling your stuff out for basically for your 1 gauge. That. Thank you for reminding me about that size 3 redirector, Dylan.
Yeah, no, that's like the first thing I thought of.
Yo, that size
So
3
you're gonna
redirector.
call 2 of them for free.
And boom, look, they're both size
Spice.
0, and thank God
Yeah.
this fucking cross doesn't say size 1. Just you need to have a monster. I
Yeah.
hate how the old crosses says you need to have a size 1. Because that's what their gimmick was before.
Yeah.
And then Searfight Dragon Vault, it's 2 gauge. I'm pretty sure it's destroys cards. Am I reading this correct? In this card text, destroy monster, and if a Dragon, deal 1 damage.
No, nothing too
It's
snazzy.
they just needed to fill something out for the secret pack.
Yeah.
And it's 2 gauge, but
Yeah, this shit.
there's what is this? It makes it a free gauge with the other size 0.
Yeah.
So I guess that's probably the reason why it's 2 gauge. So
Yeah.
they can do that. And then their
The
nullifier.
shield, it's the exact same as the Link Dragon Order.
You're right, it is. It's just you need Astro Dragon.
Yeah.
This is a
That's
good.
what I thought.
This is a good nullifier though. They actually got a good nullifier now.
Yeah.
Instead of resting and reducing power, they actually got a decent nullifier now.
Yeah.
Alright, their item. First off, I like the look of it, but it's a pay gauge, 1 life. It's normal stuff, attack through center. And if a Dragon is on your field, all Astro Dragons cannot be destroyed by card effects, and their abilities cannot be nullified. And this bitch gets goddamn quadruple attack if you have God Cross on the field.
And it gets a critical because if you have an item equipped, all cards can't be rested, and
Yeah.
so it becomes a 3 critical quad.
Who? Thank you.
So then you have the size 1
The size 1.
and then the spell.
Yeah, so Governor Star and Dragon Gray. When it enters field, Astro Dragon spell was set. So you search for your very good spell where you have where it's if I gain a life and draw a card, and from your deck or drop zone, and if you search your deck, shuffle it. I don't know why I had to say that part. It has move, so it's not really
Okay, wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is really BS.
what.
So, for Link Dragon Order, for their spell that like returns the drop zone and like says a Jito can't be destroyed and you can't take damage, you drop a soul specifically from a Jito,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like you know how the whole like all of them get soul, like they have like they all get soul lamp, they all have soul guard.
Yep.
The version for Astro Dragon just say drop a soul from an Astro Dragon, like it doesn't matter which one. So
Yeah.
you can leave the soul and cross, and like you can do the redirector's soul.
Exactly. So.
And instead of being all a Jito, or like a Jito can't be destroyed, this is all Astro Dragon. So this protects your items, your size 1s, your size 0s, your item, your spell, whatever. The other one just protected the Jito. But this one you can be dealt damage with. But I mean, if you have a monster in your center, you probably not being dealt that much damage.
No, you probably just want to run this at 1 or 2, just in case. You don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, thanks for
Hey.
stealing that last card from me.
No problem. I realized the difference. I wanted to ruin your day more because guess what? More time dragons.
Fuck me, man. They're not. They're
Time
not
General
fun.
Mueller.
They're not fun.
Time Dragon Mueller, right next to the bow. Becomes a size 0. When a card on your opponent's field is returned to deck or hand, drop your opponent's gauge, deal 2 damage. Then if it applies reverse 2 or more times, your opponent chooses a hand card, and they put it on the bottom of their deck. Isn't that snazzy?
This is a snore fest.
But it's on return, so it's like basically on your
Chronos
turn and your
Alamy.
opponent.
Time Dragon Field, top 3, 1 from hand, 1 to gauge. It's fucking, what is it? Hero time.
It's hero time, and you gain
It's-
2 life.
It's
It's
hero
the
time.
oppressed one. It's literally that. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's hero time. It's fucking boring.
Basically, pay. Here, I'll speed through this.
Cool.
Pay a gauge, draw two cards. If three or more flags reverse, draw a third
Oh,
card.
woohoo! You draw 3.
Yeah. Another time general who gets reversed. If your flags are reversed two more times, 10,000 power and a critical. Then during a battle in your opponent's turn, when a dry god on your field is being attacked, pay a gauge. Just end the battle.
You just
Not
okay.
once per turn.
Okay, I
So it's
kind of like that. I like that. Just end the battle.
yeah, it's not once per turn.
I just like
So
that.
it's time scout zone.
Isn't
During an
that
attack on your opponent's turn, you can call him and change the attack. And during your opponent's turn, when this card is destroyed, if your flags have been reversed two or more times, draw a card.
okay?
Look
Cool.
at that, snazzy.
Wow.
Set spell. Time dragon abilities can't be nullified. When a card in your opponent's field is returned to hand or deck by your opponent's card effects, gain a gauge, draw a card. Ooh,
I bet
la
this
la.
kid kicks puppies.
The size 0. This card in your field gets 2,000 power defense for each flag that's been reversed. When this card attacks, you may put a card from your drop zone into the soul of a time dragon monster on the field.
This
If you
looks
do,
like an
gain a life
astral
draw card.
dragon.
So, like, you want to know what's really funny? You can call him, right?
Yeah.
And his ability when he attacks, you can give him soul and gain a life draw card, and then you can use him to use like the superhero time clone and use him for the draw 2 card as well. So you can just if you have a
Dylan,
Stud Dragon Ball deck that doesn't get a
Dylan,
lot of draw, do him.
Dylan, you're saying him. I don't know what your fucking screen
The
looks like.
size 0, the
He's-
one that we literally were talking.
But you say like with him, and then him. All right, size 3, time general.
Flags reversed 2 more times. This card in the field can't be returned to hand by card effects.
This
When
looks
a
like
flag is
that looks
reversed,
like that size 3 Star Dragon Roll card. I don't know which one, but it does.
when a flag reverses, you can return up to one card on your opponent's field to hand and gain 2 life if they do return.
Woohoo!
So I'm trying to go through these fast for you.
You're on the
If
last one.
you no, I'm not. There's 2.
What?
Time General Radaband.
No, you just went through that one.
No, I went through Time General Gondor.
Do they have the same ability?
No.
Fuck, these cards are boring.
Wait, this one's like the exact same but opposite.
See, you can't hate me.
If your flag's been reversed 2 more times, this card can't be destroyed by card effects, and the other one can't be returned by card effects. And then when a flag's reversed, instead of returning a card, it destroys a card, and instead of gaining 2 life, it deals 2 damage.
See, that
Then
makes
instead
sense.
of
All right, cool.
double attack as penetrate. Final
Chronos,
one.
let's say it together in unison. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Chronos power. Dill. We say the card name, then the entire ability. Okay.
Basically, gain for gain, gain
Dylan,
for
we're
life.
doing this. This is gonna be
This
cool.
is the outro. Bye. Have a
Bye.
nice day.
This deck sucks.